Party all night is the best of the best friend weekend. We can party all night is the best of the best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew. It's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Rog Smuve, Lowe's, Rumble, Aldo NICE is the uncle.
Even though the South is beyond wicked, like, I really love the South. I guess my definition of the South, which consists of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, but I'm not going to get off subject. But yeah, I just love the South. But going on 10 years now, for 10 years, I've been getting around a bit. And, you know, with these different places I'm at and just different people I meet, it just gets you to thinking, you know, and this just brings me to my next point. Bruh, the South compared to the North, or just anywhere, man, this shit is really like the Flintstones compared to the goddamn Jetsons. It's just so crazy how, like, when you get different places and you kind of compare it to the South, how just people are way more advanced, got way more going on. Their interactions with people and just their day-to-day, bro. Shit just really is just mind-blowing.
Okay. I say, whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man, Aldo NICE.
It's your boy, Rog Smuve.
Wow, it's your boy, Los, a.k.a. C.A.P.
Yabba Dabba Doo, I guess is what we can say in the South, man.
Wilma!
Yeah. What
Bam,
are
bam,
y'all?
bam, bam, bam.
I mean, is the South the Flintstones?
I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Behind the times.
Yeah. Even they McDonald's, like even
Well,
down
not
to
we,
the
because I'm not there no more.
even down to the McDonald's and like the little fast food restaurants. You go home and you be like, dang, certain things you just used to.
Okay, so he only quantified the South as Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. And if he's only saying that, he's comparing the rest of the United States to those three states. I mean, they are poorer states. Let's just be honest. Like, New Mexico is poorer too. Like, they're not live.
Have you been to New Mexico?
They got some. I'm just saying, New Mexico is not live. Let's just be like, I can look at the stats and let you know. Arkansas not live either.
That's true.
So there's some other states besides the ones he said. Raj, as a person who lives in Colorado, and I mean, I guess we people Texans, so I guess we could talk about living in Texas, but as a person who lives in Colorado, you're a little bit further removed. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's like I said. I think it's the perfect analogy. I'm gonna lump y'all in as well. I think it's the reason why we're not where we are, because it's much cooler to be the Jetsons than to be the Flintstones. I don't want to drive with my feet. I don't want to. I'd rather drive a spaceship. You know what I mean? Like, or be around people who drive spaceships around me. Like, I don't know. I'm not in Louisiana. I'm not one of those southern states. I think it's perfect. I think it's a perfect analogy to take Georgia and the rest of the states out of, like, that's below the Mason-Dixon line, out of the South, and just say that when people talk about the South, they're talking about Louisiana, Alabama, maybe even throw Arkansas in there, because who cares about Arkansas? Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, yeah, I don't want to be there. And I don't know why anyone would. Other than to eat good. And the Flintstones ate good. The Flintstones had that big old, every time she had a big old dinosaur leg that was juicy. It's only what it's about. It's all about eating.
They sell them shits at the Turkey Leg Hut, but I know where you was going with this, Los. Tell him. So you want Zion to go where then?
So you want Zion? You want Zion to go to LA or New York?
You want the Saints to move where then, nigga? Since you want to be down playing Louisiana,
you want to move to Colorado, huh?
Tom ass nigga.
I rather visit, gentlemen. It's fun. Going back home is fun. And I think humble beginnings. I always like to tell people, I love telling people I'm from Louisiana, and I also love meeting people from Louisiana, but I don't want to be there.
You lived in Louisiana.
I'm glad that my sports teams are.
You lived in Louisiana more years than both of us. Stop that foolishness, man. You were Louisiana to the heart, to the fleur de lis.
Yeah, you ain't been gone. You ain't been gone enough for you to be able to be like, I'm done with that place.
Let me tell you, I'm gone now though. I'm gone now. And if I would have known that being outside of Louisiana was as fire as it is, I would have been gone. I'd have probably left in my junior year in high school. Just so I don't have to pay out-of-state taxes.
LaMelo Ball
for college.
Oh, okay.
No doubt. I didn't know though. I didn't know. I was sheltered. I thought Louisiana was the end all be all for me for a while, and then I started going to Houston for best friend weekend. Best friend weekend -3, and you know, and it kind of opened up my horizons, and here I am.
I mean, I remember being in college and like I did a whole summer at Illinois, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, and when I was out there, I remember telling people back in Louisiana, like, "Say, bruh, the streets like clean.
Yeah,
like you walk around, like you get outside of you at the college and you walking around like." Cause there ain't no like dirt on the like everything. The grass cut. Like
they city buses
nice.
look nice.
What?
They
Public
trash
transportation is cool.
Yeah.
All of that, couldn't like it definitely was an eye-opening experience. And
that's funny because
you're not wrong.
You're not wrong when you're right. You know, when I came, I moved out here when I was 17, and you know, being a Louisiana kid, think, oh, I'm going back home as soon as it's over. But you know, 6 months into, I'm like, I can't go back home like that. Once you get to living out here and get spoiled. And then I remember my cousin came out here to visit one time, and he was just amazed. One, how big it was, and just like everything is different. He was like, man, the Burger King don't look the same. This don't look like little stuff. You like, man, man, that's the city bus. I was like, yeah. He said, that thing clean. Like, yeah. Like, it's a totally different way of life, man.
When you throw those states around, and once again, I'm gonna go back to his Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, and what we threw in there, like we even threw a couple of other places in there, like Arkansas and such. I feel like the one caveat that I'll say is that I went to college in New Orleans, so New Orleans kind of felt like New Orleans is the biggest city out of all of those states I just named. Like out of everything, New Orleans the biggest shit. So New Orleans did kind of have a feel of kind of big city going on. It's New Orleans.
They just had a bunch of stuff every week.
Neither one of y'all like lived in New Orleans before, no. So like it's a little different. You felt, but you know what? This podcast is brought to you by Jay Harry. We used to call New Orleans a perfect starter city, like 2 highways, 610 and I-10. You can learn how to kind of do the city thing at a slower pace before you kind of move to a real city. Jay Harry moved to Atlanta. I moved to Houston right afterwards, and it was kind of like, oh, okay, I could do the big city. Yeah. Because you had to have like those starter steps. I mean, now Shreveport, where you from, is kind of bigger. You know, we needed that from New Iberia. We needed a starter city before we hopped out there big, or we would have been like them clown ass dudes who don't really know nothing, who'd be like, "Oh boy, man, everything live out here." You know what I mean? Like,
you'd have drowned yourself.
I mean, and that's honestly, like I feel like I'm the closest to that person, because I do feel like, man, damn, everything is live out here. I really do feel that way. Like whenever, like I feel like the first like real trip, seriously, that I went on, like without family or anything like that, was when we went to LA. And when we went to LA, I was like, literally, man, everything is fire out here. Like that's when I really got to like spread my wings. And I'm telling you, well, Arizona might have been first, but still, for the most part, I'm gonna call LA a thing. Like it was, I gotta get out of Louisiana. Like people actually live here. Like more people actually live here. And there's other dope places that aren't as expensive. So like I need to move somewhere that I could spread my wings like this. And you know, so yeah, no, I think that I mean, I'm not gonna call them boys clowns. Like I said, I think I'm one of them boys. But I feel like everybody should. I feel like Louisiana should be oil field workers, and like that's it. And the Saints and the Pelicans
and cooks
and
cooks.
Yeah. Shrimpers and stuff.
And cooks. And maybe that's what it is. And our older family. The people that whenever Louisiana was fired.
Think about it. Like in the cities that we live in, like if you somebody like, oh, your mama a cafeteria worker, that's kind of like, your mama a cafeteria worker. But like where we from, it's like, oh, your mama a cafeteria worker? That means your mama could cook. Like, because our food in the cafeteria was gas. And like,
big facts. Big facts. I think you just can't diminish them. They got people doing some big things at home. You know, I think it's kind of crazy when somebody from home, when I was out here for a while, and somebody from home move out here and they hit me like, hey man, what's up? What we doing? I was like, look here, bro, get adjusted first before you start to try to move around. You know what I mean? And then, you know, boys taking jobs at home is a fire job, but then get out here and realize, wait a minute, working at Kroger's overnight ain't the shit. You know what I'm saying? You come out here and realize I can't. I ain't making no money. I'm not getting this. I'm not getting that done. I gotta stay here. Like I tell people all the time. You can come out here and hustle, but if you're not trying to hustle, you better have your degree because you're not only you're going against 4-5 million people for that job. You know what I'm saying? You ain't just going against 3 or 4, 200 people. It's a million folk trying to get that same little ugly job. You know what I'm saying? So
I do think.
Go ahead.
That's one beautiful thing about Louisiana is that you could really like make an honest living with a minimum wage job in Louisiana. Like that's cool. That's cool to me. And so like you could have a good job in Louisiana and look like a D-boy. You know what I mean? Like you could have diamonds and live in Louisiana and be a manager at Burger King.
Not quite, but
be
yeah.
the flyest nigga on the block.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, just the price of like the property tax is real low. The price of like a home, you could get a nice crib in Louisiana, like especially where we from in like Newberry for like $65,000. You can get something that's a pretty nice crib that you fix up and like you don't have to do much fixing up to make that thing like a nice little starter daddy. So that's why boys spend all that money. Like we used to say this like when I was kind of in my mid-20s. This phenomenon was just crazy to me. How dudes, like you just said, minimum wage job or maybe not doing too much what they say. I mean, minimum wage job. Let's not even say they're not doing too much. Minimum wage job. Come home to your mama crib, stack money.
Ball.
Them boys got a lot of money, and them boys be having like a fire down home old lady who pretty, beautiful.
Yeah.
Who worked to Burger King or something, or one of them nurses, the LPNs.
Worked to Burger King.
I had to say it in a Louisiana way for Louisiana.
Worked to Burger King.
Yeah. Worked to Burger King. Would it have sounded right if I'd have said she works at Burger King? Nah, that's mad urban, yo. Yeah. That's like Louisiana. I mean, that's like Texas shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She worked to Burger King, dog. That's how you say it.
That's funny.
Shit. She worked at the daycare or something with the nurse with the scrubs on. You know what I mean?
No, Rod, you 100% right, dog. He to his mama house.
To his mama house. Where that boy out here? He to his mama house.
Okay then.
Tuh or something like that.
Yeah, she worked at Burger King.
It's like how you would spell if someone was being spit on. Tuh.
But don't ever get that confused with if something stank because we use the same word. Tuh.
Or tuh.
Two
spits.
Tuh. Yeah, but that's a specific kind of stank. Might as well let y'all know what burned my Boudin this week. I only got a few things. It's always some things, but this week I don't have that many things. I could talk about how people not getting their job done sometime and making you do a lot more than what you should do. Not talking about either one of y'all two burns my Boudin because I've been burning my damn Boudin all week. But let's just kind of decompress.
Okay. I
don't like when I see things on social media and it's like 22 years ago today, Allen Iverson was drafted by the 76ers and that man went on to be great. 19 years ago today, Shaq's rookie season and he was wilding. 71 years ago today, Dr. Jerry West brought, you know what I mean? Whatever the case is. I hate on I hate these posts with uneven years. Like you should only celebrate things that are like 20 years ago today, 25 years ago, 30 years ago. I do not like
what if it's death?
Okay, let's talk about it.
What if it's death? What if it's like 7 years ago Prince died?
Nope.
So we just supposed to wait 3 more years to celebrate Prince?
Yep. 7 years ago today, Prince died. Nope. Maybe year 1, maybe year 2, maybe year 3. After that, 5, 10.
What about year 5? Okay, gotcha.
5, 10, 15, 20.
So this is Prince. What about Michael Jackson? 7 years ago, Michael Jackson.
It's 10 years
ago,
actually. It's 10 years ago. They're celebrating now.
I don't want to hear it. Hurricane Katrina was 8 years ago today. Don't want to hear it, dog. Nope.
Okay.
9/11.
This year will
6
be
years ago.
the what, 28th or 18th anniversary of 9/11? Don't want to hear it. I don't want to, nothing. Now I can, now if it's on the History Channel chooses to do 9/11 Day and they got a whole 9/11 tribute, I'm here for that. The Pearl Harbor thing on December 7th, every year. I'm here for that. But
what about 9 years and 11 months ago? 9/11. Then what? How you feel about that?
Okay. No, I would want the year between 9 years and 11 years. That's when you celebrate. That's all. Or 9 years plus 11 years. That's the only time I want to hear you celebrate. I'm not celebrating. Celebrating ain't even the right word. But bringing it up, especially in just random social media posts, that burns my Boudin. Have y'all never noticed that?
Yeah, I've seen it all the time. It don't burn my Boudin.
I just don't. I mean, honestly, I think it could be. Let's say if it was 22 years ago that Allen Iverson was drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers, but this year they had the first overall pick and they didn't. Of course, we know that.
Okay,
but let's just say, for the sake of the conversation, they got the first pick again. That would be acceptable to me if this is the first time in 22 years that they had it, and it just so happened that those 22 years ago, it was like your franchise's best player of all time.
Okay, yes.
Then I'm
if 49 years ago the 49ers selected Joe Montana, I'm with that. It has to be like something else. You know what I mean? Like 23 years ago, the Bulls selected Michael Jordan. Like, okay, I'm here for that, but not just 14 years ago. Okay?
17 years ago, Mike Tyson bit off Buddy Ear. You don't want that one. You gotta wait 3 more years to celebrate.
I don't need 4 score and 17 years ago. Our forefathers. I wish one of y'all would have. Hey, for 50 points, what speech starts off, and do not Google it, 4 score and 7 years ago? Which one of y'all submit?
Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah. Y'all don't know shit.
You get mad because you know.
I'm not. Y'all don't know. It's not the Emancipation Proclamation.
What is it?
And Ron said it so confidently. And then Los was like, of course. I
was like, oh yeah. What is it?
I'm not afraid to admit that it was a guess. It
I
just
know.
sounded like
it did.
It was a
That's
great
exactly what it sounded.
4 score and 7 years ago. We got
that was Abraham Lincoln. That was Abraham Lincoln's thing, right?
Okay, so you know who said it, but it ain't the Emancipation Proclamation.
Oh, well, what was it then?
It was the Gettysburg Address. Yeah, it was the Gettysburg Address.
Same shit.
But I didn't know it right off the top of my head. I was just curious if either one of y'all would have shown to be some great history buff.
Nah.
I mean, y'all know, like, 4 speeches. Y'all know the I Have a Dream, but you probably only know the I Have a Dream, my little black kids, little white kids. You probably don't know the whole thing. What other speeches y'all know? Any?
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock landed on us.
Very good. That's one. How about Raj, your turn?
One small step for man, one huge step for man.
Great. Los, back to you. What you got?
A giant step.
Some of you guys think the kids think they can be Lil Wayne or LeBron James, but they can't. We got to have them education or something. It was Barack Obama, that one right there, when he had Lil Wayne name.
Okay. Raj for the win, because Los doesn't get a point for that one. Raj for the win.
Ask not what you can do for your country, but what you could do for your country or something like that.
Ask not what your country can do for you.
Ask
not what your country can do for you.
Los, relax. Why you hopping on that, man?
Now you know.
I'm trying to get the win.
Now you want to win.
Now you can't win.
I already won.
Listen. That's not good, man. Okay, I had a couple myself. Put some respect on my name. That's put some respect on my name. That's one I had.
What's the other one?
Another one I got is
please say what I think you're gonna say.
I'm the king. No, I'm the king of the world. Okay, that one. Anything is possible. That's another one I got.
Practice. Practice.
I got practice. That's a real good one. I got a great one. Real ass bitch give a fuck.
That's what I was waiting on that one. Yeah, that's the one I was waiting on. That's the one I was waiting on.
Okay.
The other one is if you in a room with a hoe and a hoe don't want
let's say
like a man.
Let's say I'm in the room with a hoe.
Let's just pretend I was in a room with her.
Let's
pretend she said she ain't, and allegedly I turned around and beat my meat.
I love how y'all quotes just devolved. I got another one. They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poorest part.
I got one for you.
What you got?
Better late than never, but never late is
never
better.
late is better.
I've used that more times than not in my life.
No, y'all. We don't have to go any further. You guys did well.
We'll be
y'all
all
acquitted yourself very
podcast
well.
talking about that.
Another thing that burned my Boudin this week is Laker fans. Let's just do this. Now, I had some Laker fans shout out Jamin. Podcast brought to you by Jamin and the Black Coffee Company. He hit me up last week talking about the trade, and he was going in and out. This is what Laker fans don't burn my Boudin like Cowboys fans, obviously. No. But they do. They have been on this for the last couple of weeks. Who the Lakers gonna get every day? Like at first, when they first made the trade for AD, it was like pictures with AD and LeBron and Jimmy Butler. Mm-hmm. Then they took out Jimmy Butler and they put Kyrie on the picture. Then they took Kyrie out and they had Kimba on the picture. And they got all these pictures just floating online. And they got Kawhi on there. Mm-hmm. And just now, guess what I saw before? Like they had him off there and they had D'Angelo Russell's on the picture now. Oh yeah, come on, Lakers! Like y'all can't y'all don't have to make I know Photoshop takes a little while. You don't have to just keep wasting your time photoshopping every free agent. Just do what y'all inevitably gonna get. Put Julius Randle back on the picture, and put who else y'all need?
Magic Johnson. Ain't nobody gonna guard him. They gonna have EJ on there. Go ahead, my bad.
The views expressed by C.A.P. aka Los do not reflect the views of the Best Friend Weekend podcast. I was talking about their real free. Then put Chris Paul on there. Maybe they'll get that. But that burns my boot out. That they're always, every day, it's a new thing about who the Lakers going to get. Just wait to get them.
Yeah.
You know who they're going to get? Without question?
Who
I think they're going to get? Carmelo Anthony. And then that's it.
Melo.
And then what I'm hoping for, and I'm sorry to my Lakers fans, my Black Coffee Company, I apologize, but this is what I'm hoping for. Because it benefits the Pelicans, is AD leaves next year. Because that man don't like playing with LeBron. I thought it was better than this, but it's not. Then I can leave. I'm leaving.
And we get the draft capital.
Crumble. Then they just crumble. That's what.
So what if he leave and say, I'm coming back home to New Orleans?
Let's do it.
Al's not gonna like him. Al don't want him. Al hate that man for some reason.
Let's do it.
I'm with you, Raj. Come on back to the crib, bro. You know what I'm saying? The grass ain't always greener, dog. You didn't let Clutch Sports strong arm you to trying to help your homeboy get a ring.
They say we about to spend that money.
WWF-esque.
They say we about to spend that money on Al Horford, though. But go ahead.
I don't think so.
No, we don't need Al Horford.
I get what I've seen it as well. I just don't think so.
I don't want Al Horford. Not for all that money. We need to get him from the dollar store.
I think the journalists and all of that, they just be cooking. People just be in the all day, bro. Like while we doing whatever we doing, while we at work, them boys just be cooking up.
That's their job, though.
And then some of them just got more clout than others.
Then that's what we need to do.
Just cooked up something.
So like, you remember that one day when the Jason Witten came out of retirement? They posted Jason Witten out of retirement, and then I went and made that meme that was like Bobby Abel out of retirement coming back for the Saints. Like, and people was legit commenting like, man, that man old. He too old to come back. He not gonna play behind you.
I don't like when people
they didn't
dumb.
get the.
I don't like dumb people. I'm not even want to talk about. I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead. That's stupid.
That might have been the funniest thing you said on the podcast in a very long time.
66, man. Come on.
Yeah, but we can start cooking up rumors. Let's just start cooking up rumors. Let's just start like, ooh, Lil Wayne on Bad Boy. And just putting shit out there.
Ooh, the Lakers done signed Master P. and Bow Wow.
And Romeo. I love it.
Ooh, Aisha Curry fine as hell. Ooh.
And Quavo.
No, I would yes, Cutting. I would love it. Sierra leaves Russell Wilson for Russell Westbrook. Like, just making whatever, Cutting. Making anything happen. Let's just start a rumor podcast.
Finally smashes Rihanna.
Brianna moves in with Bootsy and all them children.
Amber Rose having Barack Obama baby.
Exactly. Let's just do. No, we can't stop that. No, stop the views. We not bastardizing Obama. People gonna think that's real. Stop that.
Lil Dicky knocking down Michelle Obama.
No, we not messing with the. Like, I don't know where you going with that though. Like, why though? Why Lil Dicky?
Lil Duval got Oprah pregnant.
No. Stop, Raj. I mean, Los. Stop. let's think about the heart of what you're doing. You're assassinating the first family of black culture, and with a little white boy, a little Dickie. Like, come on, think about how they got you.
Little Dickie black.
Think about how they got you predisposed.
Here you go.
I thought Lil Dicky was white.
Hotel. Nah, he black.
You can't at least say Joe Biden or something.
His daddy LeVar Ball.
Stop that. You're stupid. And I need you. They got you predisposed to say stupid stuff right now, Los. I just want you to think about yourself.
That's in my life. I'm not predisposed. I was born. I came out this way.
Speaking of pillars of the black community.
Welcome to the Best Friend Weekend podcast. Your man, Hotel.
AKA
speaking of a pillar,
Hotel,
AKA
pillar of a black community, Cam Newton, man. Did y'all see Cam this week?
Hey,
Cam looked bad.
Yeah,
you think that's a bad look?
You gotta have. He looked like Al trying to explain something.
Raj, tell people about the situation. So if they haven't already seen it.
So Cam apparently tried to pay somebody like $1,500 to sit in a seat that was up front that had more leg room. This gentleman declined. And so Cam, pout faced as hell, went sit in his assigned seat that had no extra leg room.
But see,
that I mean, I know, like everybody else, that raised a bunch of questions. We can start with some of those questions.
Yeah, good. The first question I would ask is, because it did look like both seats were in coach, and like maybe it had to be a last second flight because he was trying to go to Fashion Week. He was fashionable, looking like Cam be looking.
Oh, I thought he was going to Pride.
The first question I have is, would you give up your seat for the $1,500?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, $1,500. You can have this thing. My thing is, I think he went about it the wrong way. When you go to get seats or try to pay somebody for seats, number one, you look at somebody's watch, and if it's an old white man, you look at his shoes. The poorer his shoes, the more money he got, right? So if he got some super cool shoes on and a nice watch, you know that man don't care shit about $1,500, right? And then you ask you don't go yourself because you're a 6'6", 6'5" black man with a whole bunch of genie clothes on, with your head ducked down on the plane, asking that man to get up, and while everybody's on there. So what you do is you tell the stewardess to go and see if somebody would like to exchange seats with you for the $1,500, so they won't know who it is.
That's actually a good point.
That white man wasn't giving up their seat for that nigga on the plane dressed like a palm reader. I don't blame that white man. Boy, I got integrity, boy. What you talking about? I ain't giving you my seat.
I'm giving up my seat, but I'm also like, it's gonna come with some stipulations. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm giving you my seat. You're gonna get. I mean, I'm David Griffin in this one right
I
here.
I already know where you're going with it, Roger, and I feel you. Yeah. Continue.
We gonna take a selfie or a picture.
Nope.
Get somebody to take a picture.
And
you gonna post it on your page.
Yes, exactly what I was gonna say. You post it on your page, and it needs to stay up. Yeah. Tag me.
Yeah. And I'm on the napkin. Excuse me, flight attendant. Can I get a napkin so I can make this a contractual agreement and I can get him to sign? Or you don't have to do it. You can go sit down in your seat. But if you want to sit here, $1,500, cool. I'm fine with that. We can even do 1,000. $1,500.
I got another one.
Instagram
Raj.
post.
I got another one, Raj.
On your page.
I'm gonna help you, David Griffin. It. We both going to Fashion Week in France.
Now
I'm coming. No, that's where they going. The flight was going to France. I'm coming to one of the events with you. Yeah. Like pulling up with you, okay?
Yeah.
Just pick one.
Al, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so I'm coming with you. I don't have to be with you, but you're gonna get me in.
Get me in.
All right. So you're gonna get me in, and then I live in Denver. The next Denver, Carolina's home game, I need to be at the game.
Well, you gonna need a piece of paper. You gonna need a piece of paper to put that out now. You can't write out there on a napkin. You gotta get a piece of paper.
Napkin. I could bullet.
I got my computer.
Points, all I need is a square.
I got my computer.
You don't have a printer though for y'all to sign.
But I got apps that he can sign with his finger.
Yeah, just give me a pen. All I need is his signature, and probably just me taking a picture of him with my cellular device
of him signing it.
Yes. Okay, so my question is, if he flake out, then y'all gonna take it to small claims court? Y'all gonna take it to court?
It's at 100% small claims court. I'm not trying to sue for damages. I just want what I was promised.
So you gonna sue to go to Fashion Week?
Take it to Judge Judy.
Yeah, he'll pay that little one. I don't know.
That man gonna let you in, especially if you're not a herb. He gonna let you in.
Nah, he not a herb.
If I'm nice, if I'm me, If I'm me, you ask me if I would do it. Me, yeah, like Cam would be like, all right, whatever.
And then you gotta play her one of the Saints games. Like you gotta act like you pull a hammy or something and play like the second half or something. Throw 2 picks.
Yeah, okay, so then you gotta retire. Like I mean, I'm not going.
Come on, Los. Come on, Los.
You gotta throw 2 picks.
You trying to mess with that man's integrity, Los?
You gotta throw 2 picks.
We talking about a real situation.
That man not about to sign no contract with you on no. That man not about to sign no contract with you, man.
All right,
that's a lot of shit to do. That man,
Los. Even if he don't sign the contract, Los, you can get 1 or 2 of them things. Cause you could definitely get the picture on his page.
Yeah, you can get that on his story.
I'm not moving until you post that picture like me and my homeboy at Rog Smuve. Because the minute he do that, Rog Smuve gonna get about fucking 5,000 extra followers.
Yeah,
instantly.
Easy. Yeah, big facts. Now say my brother. Me and my brother.
Okay, and y'all forgetting something too that y'all should have already said.
A jersey.
You will post with this best friend weekend hat on.
Definitely.
And you will appear. We will have a little interview right now. You will be on the next episode of the Best Friend Weekend podcast.
Nigga about to delay the plane. That's a 15-minute transaction.
All you need is a recording device.
You know why?
You don't need the internet.
Because I would take my little money he paid me, the cash that I got too, and I give it to the person next to me, next to him in the seat. Be like, nah, you move, my nigga. Look,
I'm sitting
right.
Got
some shit to talk about.
That's smart.
Me and Cam got some shit to talk about.
That makes sense. So Cam,
yeah, I'll take the selfie. I'll take the Cam Newton page posted selfie over the $1,500 any day.
Yeah,
I don't care about followers.
You can do so much more with all the followers.
I think that's smart. I think that we pay it forward with the $1,500, give it to the next person, sit next to Cam, and give him a best friend weekend.
That makes sense. That's smart. Yeah.
Well, now we know what to do when we're in this situation.
Yeah, but it gotta be Cam. But Cam might sit next to you, and you might be like, that man might just be like a big, massive, like he a big 6'6".
Cam Newton, you're not getting no sleep because you're taking both arm rests. So
man, he will be bogarting on that flight.
Hey, Cam mess around, be laying on his shoulder.
Post that picture too, though.
Yeah, with my eyes closed.
Me and my boy Cam, we hanging.
He really is his brother's keeper. That's what you got to put under that.
Would you have given up your seat for like for just any old body? Because I heard that conversation that people should, like, if it's a husband and a wife, and they're like, hey, my wife's right here, man. Can we switch seats?
How she look?
Next to my wife.
How she look?
Raj, I'm asking you because I'm asking a serious question.
Oh, serious? I thought
that his wife's right here. Can we have your seat?
Yeah. Can we switch seats so I can sit next to my wife? Like they got
split, basically?
Yeah. But that means you got to go back further and less legroom.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
No, brother.
How about you go switch?
Sorry, I'm not moving.
How about you go switch with the people in your wife's seat and send them up here?
Yeah. I'm not.
That could be a thing because the thing is I would gladly switch. If he was like, hey, my wife has a window seat. I see that you're in a window seat. Can we make this happen? I would say yes. But if I could switch window seat to window seat,
leg room. No,
if it's like window,
but if it's leg room, daddy though.
Leg room, daddy. Yeah.
Oh, if it's leg room, oh hell no.
I need that leg room. Bro.
If I'm up in the front, man. If I'm A1 on Southwest, hell no.
One of them
especially if I can't get the same
emergency
thing.
daddies. Nah, you can't have this, bro.
What if it's?
Oh, you could have the emergency thing. I ain't tripping on that. But if I was let's say if I was A1 through 5 or A1 through 6, and I could get if I can get in the front, and then you ask me to move to the back so you can sit with your wife, and then no.
How about can I sit with my little daughter? My little daughter, she like 10.
Yeah, I'll let you sit with your daughter though. I ain't gonna let my daughter sit by this. I'll let you sit with your daughter.
Bro, if I'm A1 through 6, that means I paid extra for this.
Oh,
seat.
you pay extra. You're right about that. Dang.
You're gonna have to pay me some money. You're gonna have to give me like $100.
Give me the 2. Especially for no leg room.
Give me $100 bill.
And then depending on how far the flight is, how long is the flight too?
I'm not tripping. Like if it's daughter action, but like I'm gonna be like, look, honestly, I paid extra for this, and this is very inconvenient. You got to give me $100. I don't have no cash. Venmo me.
Yeah, you got to make that up, brother.
Cash app me. Download it right now.
And they wonder why they hate y'all, man.
They don't hate me.
So you would move?
No, I wouldn't. I would do what I I would do what I told y'all. I would first start that conversation with, why don't you go sit with them and send that person up here? Like, y'all don't have to win. If y'all want to sit together, y'all got to lose. Y'all got to lose a little bit.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Like,
you can't, both of y'all can't win. Both of y'all can't win in this situation. That makes sense. You can't, not especially on the account of me. When I didn't, I was waiting to early check in.
Well, it brings up, and I hate to say this, it brings up kind of everything we talk about. Anytime we have a best friend weekend trip and we get together and we'll have a podcast there, it always comes up that phenomenon of like, some Caucasian people in airports and how they're really adamant about kind of like wanting to be first, like standing up and the first one lined up, and even if your seat's already assigned, they're the first one standing up with their tickets, and it's it's a thing. It's this is a stereotype, but people live up to it all the time. Like that man was like Los is going back to your bigger point that man was not giving up his seat for Cam Newton.
No,
like he doesn't. Even if he knew he was Cam Newton, which I'm not 100% sure he did, but no, absolutely not. And giving up my seat.
And then too, like say if I was in that man's seat, it was a white dude and I was the only black dude up there, and he just came straight to me and tried to offer me some money like I ain't got shit. I'd be like, no, I don't need that $100,000, bro. Fuck you. No. It's a bigger picture.
I'm not too proud.
Yeah, to take $100,000.
Somebody came to me and said,
well, I'm not 100,000, but I'm just saying 1,500.
What shows your words then?
Well, you know what I mean. I ain't mean.
Right, you said $100,000.
I was just being. Who's offering $100,000 for a seat? Who not taking it?
You were just now.
I'm just saying I'm not taking it, bro. I'm just
was a human being.
I'm joking, dog. But if the man offered me that $1,500 for that seat, like, and I'm the only nigga up there, and he just come straight to me and left all the other white folk without a leg room alone, yeah, I'm not taking that money.
You worried about the wrong thing. If somebody offer you 15,
I'm not.
Look, you saw where Cam Newton walked to. If somebody offered me, hey bro, look, I offer you $1,500 to move from right here to right there. Like Cam Newton could almost touch his assigned seat.
That's Cam Newton.
Right here, right there. I'm taking that $1,500.
Principalities in this, man.
I don't got you too proud to take that $1,500.
Hey Los, I love you, and you my homeboy. I think you're this is cap. This is what they call it. Your C.A.P. What you're doing right now is all cap.
I ain't taking
all
that
cap,
money,
no
full
facts.
cap.
You taking that $1,500, dog. You taking that $1,500.
Dog.
You would take $1,500 if they walked on the flight and said, hey, to come off the flight right quick, and we'll make you go later on the day.
I went to a Black Panther meeting yesterday. I'm not taking that money, dog.
You're taking it.
Nope.
I know you.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe it either. Neither one of us believe it. And nobody listening to this podcast believes you, Los.
I'm not taking that money, man.
I think if somebody, not Cam Newton, because we already talked about those stipulations. Just let's say one random black dude come up to you and say, "What's up, bro? I'll give you $500 to go to that seat." I'm taking that $500.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely taking that.
That's a win for me.
Taking that $500.
Y'all, stop.
I just want to start some shit.
Look how y'all work Los down. Look, so let me ask y'all this. Giannis won the MVP. Toronto won the championship. I feel like that's a whole trend just going even further and further and further where they say black men can't do black men things, man. You got to get a foreigner to do it. Like we was talking about. Your boy off of All-American. Mm-hmm. Your boy off of Snowfall. Like these British actors come and they play all the black man roles. Get Out. Your boy Daniel Kaluuya. Like it's always a British person or a foreigner who's going to play the black man roles. Look. Giannis, we want him. We don't want James Harden. I think there's something to that. Toronto might not be a thing. This is a city who won a championship. That's different. But that Giannis thing, don't think for a second that they was like, we'd rather give it to the foreign black guy than the LA black guy. Thoughts on that?
I don't know.
I think that there's something to be said that the NBA might feel a little. I'm not gonna say super guilty, but just. I don't think that they like giving the MVP award to the same person 2 years in a row.
Steph Curry.
So I'm with it. Steph Curry, Steve Nash for sure.
They light skin though.
Yeah.
And so is Giannis. Maybe there is a thing, but I don't believe it. I think it's just Giannis had a great season. James Harden had a great season. If anything, it could have been co-MVPs, but we got to choose one person. Let's give it to Giannis because James Harden already got it.
I know that Luka Doncic had a better season than Trae Young, but I was like, he's not gonna beat Trae Young. Trae Young's not gonna win because they're not gonna give it to. They're gonna give it to the foreigner to expand basketball globally.
Yeah,
like all of these awards, and not to the dude. Pascal Siakam won Most Improved Player. Think about that. Like American-born NBA basketball players weren't winning shit except if your name was Lou Will. Like, so that's it.
And he looked foreign. So you saying...
And he got two women.
Yeah. So you saying they about to turn basketball into baseball?
I'm just saying what's in front of us, man. They turn it basketball. They've been doing this to basketball for a while, but if you look at the writing on the wall, it's not just basketball. I'm equating it to what happens in like the movies with actors and stuff too. I just don't think they want black men to be like. I'm just putting it out there, man.
You might have a point, bro. I don't know.
Now maybe I'm Hotep L, like Hotep Nice right now, man.
Hotep Nice.
Hotep Nice.
Hey.
See what I'm saying, my brothers. But no, I mean for real, like, no, it's real talk. I think that there's something to be said for that we can't overstate that. I'm throwing it out there. Some people gonna listen to the pod and say, like, I'm gonna get a message or two from somebody when they're listening to this right now. That's gonna say, man, I never thought about that, but that's some real shit. Because it is something to it. It might not be the first thing in anybody's mind. It might not be like on purpose we doing this because of that. But if it breaks down and say, hey, we can give this accolade or this award or this honor or this opportunity to this black guy who was born in the United States. Because I was like, we were having this whole talk, and maybe it was on a podcast last week, but I don't remember, where we talked about the concept of black. Like a black guy means you're from the United, like it kind of has that inherent idea that you're from the United States. Mm-hmm. That if like other guys like are your nationality, you're like, I'm Indian or I'm French or I'm whatever. They don't necessarily be like black and white. Like black, I think is a delineation for African Americans. I think that they look at black men and they're like, nah, black man, I'd rather give it to this other person because that foreign person is better in some kind of way.
Damn.
Just a take.
I never thought about that, but that's some real shit.
Well, I mean, I'll just leave it at that. Speaking of since they're not gonna celebrate us, let us celebrate us. Raj, I know you had some points last week that you wanted to talk about, and I just really wanted to hear the story on air. Tell me about your Juneteenth experience.
Oh.
So I'm gonna tell you, so Denver is a very, very whitewashed city. I think Colorado as a whole is a whitewashed state. With that being said, I was very, very excited to go to the Juneteenth celebration, and to my surprise, when I got there, I was surprised that it was that many black people, and it was an actual black event. So we decided to go, and we had an intermission. We had a flag football game in between, so we went twice on the same day. So whenever we got there, the line was very long and it was gated off. So I was like, okay, this is cool. Like this kind of, it didn't cost anything. That would have set it off. If it had cost something, I'd have been upset. But it didn't cost nothing. But just the line was long because they was patting people down. Whatever. Cool. I'm fine with that. Patting people down, make sure they have no guns. Well, here's the thing. Nobody patted me down. And I heard them tell a family, hey, y'all got patted down already? Okay, well, y'all could just skip the line and go ahead. So, of course, the B-Town in me says,
oh, yeah, I'm with that family.
Hey, let's go. We already got patted down, even though we didn't. So we walk in.
Well, Raj, just real quick, the Juneteenth celebration in Houston, they actually don't pat people down. They actually, I'm sorry, the Houston one they do. In the Baton Rouge one, they don't pat people down.
Oh my God, you're so stupid.
So do I even finish the joke at this point? Okay.
Finish it.
They white people down. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Go ahead. Yeah. And then actually, I don't know. So just for what it's worth, anecdotal, in New York, they actually make sure that you don't have any dirt
on your shoulder.
Oh.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah. So we walk in, and I called you. I called you right whenever I got in there. And I'm like, this shit is hood. This shit is funny to me. Like, bro, like it is funny, and everybody was okay with it. But the one thing that really disappointed me is that we didn't show up. Like, and we was there in numbers, but we wasn't there. Like, we was there in quantity, but not in quality. Like, we wasn't dressed. I went up in there with like my brand new throwback jersey with some jeans, some J's, and they had niggas out there that was with. Like had do-rags and Jordan shorts on, but like not good Jordan shorts. Like I cut the grass in these Jordan shorts. Like just I'm gonna go pass up there. Like it wasn't to me, you should dress up for stuff like that. That's how I feel. And it was hot, so you should have your arms out or something, you know. I thought that it was very funny, like just the creativity. So they were definitely selling like fake Jordans, fake throwback jerseys.
It was a swap meet.
Fake belts, all kind of stuff. They had music. They had like music stages, but no one was performing. But they had people that were supposed to be performing at these times. It was rinky dink. The funniest thing I called y'all boys and told Al about it is that the mannequins. You know how you know how when you go in a place and you see mannequins are like unisex. Like you can't tell if they're male or female. Like they look mostly female, but you can't really tell.
Not in the Sharpstown Mall. The mannequins got ass in the Sharpstown Mall in Houston.
No ass. I'm talking about just the head.
Oh, okay.
It was just like the mannequin head. No, pause. So, the mannequins they put like they use like hair fibers like their topics to make beards on the mannequins. Because niggas got beards. So like every mannequin, there was 4 different mannequins that was displaying hats. And every different mannequin had a different style beard.
You gotta see how the hat play with the beard though. Because some hats don't match your beard.
I'm just saying, I just thought it was very funny. It was very creative. It was very funny.
I would have loved if all the hats was sitting on heads different ways. Like one cocked to the, you know what I mean? One flat.
One T.I. daddy.
Yeah.
So they had this chick that was walking by. This is the type of I pulled my phone out and I was like, I gotta start taking notes. This is gonna be comedy gold for the podcast. And I had a chick that was walking by. She had her son in her hand. She wasn't in good shape. She didn't look like she was in good shape at all. She was screaming out, I got them black and miles. I got them black and miles. Because apparently they wasn't selling black and miles inside. Niggas might have wanted black and miles.
Wait a minute.
It was an entrepreneurial spirit.
Wow.
In the Juneteenth celebration.
I don't understand why you wasn't selling Best Friend Weekend hats, but go ahead.
I mean, right? I did bring business cards with me and I put a couple on the desk. Okay. So there you go. So the drinks. All right, so they had drinks and you could pay an extra $3 to get your drink in a pineapple. And this was midday. Like this wasn't like at night when everything is about to end. This is midday. You can get your drink in a pineapple, which is I thought was kind of cool. Of course, I didn't pay the extra $3, but you can get it in a pineapple nonetheless. So when we got to the end of the festival, like the end of the road, they had a bunch of people that was just shooting the shit and they was eating the pineapples.
Yeah, why not?
Like the workers was eating the pineapple. Like what y'all doing?
It was over with.
That's just sale.
Well,
no, it wasn't over with. This is in the middle of the day.
Actually, in the Houston Juneteenth festival, you could get your drink in a watermelon. So it was that, but continue.
Stupid. Oh, baby bottle.
A baby bottle. A baby bottle. What is it? In the Memphis one, you could get it in a baby bottle. In the Houston Juneteenth, you could get your drink in 2 styrofoam cups. And one cup said Martin on it, and the other cup said Malcolm on it.
Nat Turner on one of them.
So we left. Well, one thing that I did notice, and I thought it was very funny, is that when I go to white festivals, I see you go to like an EDM festival, like Buku or Voodoo or anything like that, like where it's like majority white. The lines, or even like an LSU football game, the lines of the porta potties are long.
Yeah.
Like too long to go in. There were no lines because niggas don't like porta potties.
No, we piss outside.
At all.
They piss by the side, behind the porta potty.
Lines.
They probably pee behind the porta potty.
The only time me and Los
find a corner.
The only time me and Los I can remember us finding a porta potty was when we snuck in that St. Patrick's Day festival, and then we ran right to the porta potty, so nobody would jack us up.
That was disgusting too. It was so nasty in there.
We snuck in behind the sound stage, and when we snuck in, the band was playing, and they was like turning around talking to us. And shit.
And we came out dabbing folks up like we had been there. That was cool.
Anyway,
and then a large outdoor congregation of black people would not be right without an unknown ensuing of running. So that happened.
A la Bayou Classic.
The first thing that happened
A la Bayou Classic. Yeah.
Oh shit. And somebody started running and bumped into me. So I'm kind of like took a step in the direction that they was running because I didn't know what was going on. And then they was looking back and kind of like still like, should I run or should I not? And then so I'm looking back like, should I run or should I not? And that's like probably my least favorite thing about being in places.
About being black.
Juneteenth festival.
About being black.
By being around too many black people, to be honest with you, that's I don't like.
Well, I mean, I think
I don't want to run.
I think black people are always aware of their cardio. You don't want to just be sitting there looking crazy too long. You got to get your cardio in no matter what, man. That's the thing about it. They want you to get
The
your heart
lady
rate
that was
up.
selling Black and Miles had no cardio involved in her.
That lady
The
said,
one with
"Ooh."
holding a baby in her hand, you say?
No.
That lady said, "Ooh, girl, I'm about to hit this lick. What you about to do, girl? I got 15 packs of Black and Miles finna sell them for $1
I
a piece."
love that she was selling
Ooh.
Black and Miles. That's how
$2.
Eric Garner got killed, though. That's I Can't Breathe. That's how he got killed, selling Lucy's.
Oh, man.
So it's a dangerous job. She was out there pulling for the Juneteenth festival. That's all I'm saying. Can I ask y'all a question without?
Anyway, shout out to Denver. And I'm sorry, Ashanti was an hour late.
Oh.
And nobody was there like before her. Like it wasn't like an opening set. She was just an hour late. And her, the microphone, like the sound equipment, it took like another 30 minutes to get that working because it wasn't on, it wasn't working.
This sound
So the dude that was like, "Are y'all ready for Ashanti?" It was very low because he wasn't on the microphone because it wasn't working.
like a janky promoters event with
I think that's what
Cody Red and what they do now.
We was gonna go to this dude here. We was gonna go to the Juneteenth festival, but we saving up our money in Houston for the June 27th festival. So we gonna be out here screw birthday and stuff, you know.
Oh,
man,
that's way more important.
I done came down and more with the damn
Bro,
polio.
Speaking of Juneteenth, I don't understand why June ain't our month. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? Why it's got a lot of
The shortest
days
month.
in it.
The shortest month.
And-
They want us to have the shortest
Right.
month.
So we get the shortest month. And then another thing is, so not that I don't understand this, but I just actually found this out this year, and y'all might take my black card away from me, but I just found out that so the Emancipation Proclamation was signed in 1863, and we celebrate Juneteenth. You don't know why we celebrate you? Well, I'm gonna just tell you. I'm gonna tell.
That's the day they found out, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the day that the slaves in Texas found out. They found out on June 19th, 1865, 2 years after they was free.
Who was gonna tell them?
Which
You thought
I
they would have
thought
saw it
was
on Insta?
That's shit. I don't know. I thought somebody would have shot her around the world or something like that. You know.
Smoke signal or something.
I'm not telling. Look, come on, stop that, man. Stop that. Who's telling on themselves? You asking a lot out of the slave owners.
We's free, boy. Say, boy, we free, boy. What?
Yeah, man. Boys don't tell on themselves that often. So I just had this. Okay, I want y'all to be present right now and be serious for this. I'm gonna ask y'all one serious question.
Okay.
We went to DC, and when we were out there and the Airbnb shit took place and all the rest of that stuff, it was Memorial Day weekend, which is May, right? About 2 weeks before that, I had went in Target, and I remember telling y'all something about seeing some different things in the store, man. Say, bruh, that's May. It is like the end of June. Bruh, how long is Pride Month, bruh?
Oh.
Bruh. Bruh, can I ask y'all that in a serious way without jokes about homosexuality at all? I don't want none of that. I just really want to know why Pride Month is like 2 months.
I think whenever they get ready for it to be done, they just schedule a part of each city, and they just like, this is what we gonna do. And if y'all try to stop us, it's gonna be, whatever, legal, whatever. They're gonna be beef or scream discrimination or whatever. So they just be like, this week we doing this week we doing that, this week we doing this. They just gonna have it all around the world. It might go until September. I don't know.
Have y'all noticed? But yes, I'm not the only one who's noticed that Pride Month is just continuing, right?
It's a movement, man.
I mean, I just think you said that you went to the store. I think that you gotta prepare. I think you gotta prepare for Pride Month. You know what I'm saying? So like, oh yeah,
Mardi Gras coming.
I'm gonna buy a shirt that says Pride Month,
Gotcha.
right? Like I'm gonna buy a shirt that says Pride Month in June and wear it all June. In May and wear it all June.
Okay. But when we were in DC, those Pride parades were happening in May.
Yeah.
Okay, so just like you said, for Mardi Gras, there's Mardi Gras parades in like December.
Let me ask you a question though. Have you ever seen a Black History parade in January?
I mean, if we could coordinate one, I don't think that's a shot at us,
right?
That's not a shot.
Right?
The LGBT community, know how to celebrate.
No, they really just debo their day. It's like, this is what we gonna do. If you like it, we don't care. So we gotta start just deboing, just having each city should have Black History Month or Black History Weekend.
You're right. We probably should have best friend weekend every weekend. Like, I think taking a page out of them boys' book is not a terrible thing. No. It just depends on what page you're taking out. But taking that page,
and that's another thing though.
Taking that page out of their book.
How you gonna say be serious and then you gonna do
that? Because I can make the jokes and they still be tactful and funny. What I just said was funny. What you would say, Los, is a lot. Raj, do you agree with what I just said?
I agree. Los would have mentioned something about, I don't know. Yeah. Los would have mentioned something inappropriate.
Yeah, exactly.
I almost said something too. Never mind.
Stay away from page. Go ahead. Anyway, there you go. Y'all boys,
stay away from the back of the book. I just think, I think Pride got a lot of supporters because they got a lot of, LGBT could be any color, or any creed, any race.
Right.
Black History Month is us.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And maybe a few supporters.
But it's more black people than gay people, though.
No.
Yes, man. That? Stop that.
Free or in jail.
Okay. Yeah. Now you're making small delineations. They have to be more black people than gay people. Stop that.
I don't think so.
Kind of black people?
How many black people is it in the world?
It kind of, okay, I know I heard the statement that 1 in 6 people in, like, 1 in 6 dudes is gay. I've heard that before.
Okay.
That's craziness. I don't think it's 1 in 6, but let's just say it is. That's 16%. Is 16% of the United States population black? I don't know.
No.
So here's what I think. This is what I think. I don't necessarily think that there's more gay people than black people.
Okay.
Or LGBT. Like, because that's 4.
Or Q.
And Q. Don't forget about Q.
Shout out. This podcast is brought to you by Q.
Big Q. Hey.
Hey, Big Q.
Hey, Big Q.
Hey, boy. Hey,
yes,
boy.
sis.
So yeah, but I think that they have more supporters. I think that they have like more, like a lot of women get behind that movement.
Mm.
I just think that we don't have that secondary support of like sense. Women. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like a whole bunch of
they got like
Hispanic people like, ooh, Black History Month, I'm pulling up.
Let's go out here to the parade and support.
I got you. That makes sense.
They don't even have tacos.
So at the Juneteenth event, did you see a lot of other people that wasn't black?
A lot? To say the definition of a lot? No.
So they didn't have supporters though.
I saw no Mexicans.
Okay.
I saw some cool like down.
Mexicans don't like us though.
Like
some of them do. Essays do.
I saw some cool like down like white people, but like they wasn't like white chocolates. You know what I'm saying? Like this was like, I just want to see what's up with black
Night Riders.
Let me go check this out. Is that what you call?
That's what that's what Rumble calls.
What
people who are down with the brown,
like
with the brown, he calls them Night Riders. Continue.
Night Riders.
Cool. That's what I saw. Those guys like they was live a regular white life, but they was just like, oh, there's a festival. It's black people. Let me go see what it's talking about.
Like liberal whites,
and then they probably went home early.
Liberal whites.
They made one. Yeah, exactly. They made one stretch up, one stretch back, and went home.
And they had
It wasn't no like, oh, we gonna buy.
They had like some kind of like slack jean type things with some like chinos with some sandals and a t-shirt that had like a something on it.
So they didn't support black business and buy those belts and them shoes. See, that's the problem with the black dollar right there, my brother.
So I was drinking and I'm way more slick than them boys that was selling belts. So I said to them boys, because shout out, this podcast is brought to you by my homie. I can't say his name because I don't want him to know that y'all wearing them types of belts. But anyway, I went up to the dude and I said, because I was buying a belt for a partner. So I said, hey, how much is these belts? He said $65. So instantly I'm like, that's too much. You can't be selling these belts for $65. I'm not paying you $65. So I had 40 on me. I had 45. I had 45 on me. So I went to the next dude and I said, what's up, bro? How much is your belts going for? He said, the first dude said 65, but I'll give it to you for 55. So I was like, all right, let me see what the other dude. So I went to the other dude. I said, how much is your belt selling for? He said 75. I said, man, the dude right there said 45. So he said, man, look at the quality of his belts compared to mine. I'm like, you wild for that. Y'all both got the same fake ass belts. So, but anyway, so I was like, it's all good, bro. I was like, can you do 45? Can you match that? He was like, nah, bro, I can't do it. I'm like, all right, cool. Went back. I said, what's up, man? Look, I got 45 on this belt. He was like, they start chopping it up kind of like just to themselves. Like, oh, yeah, can we do it? Nah, like, nah, bro, we can't do 45. I was like, all right, man, it's all good. So I put the belt down, had it in my hand, like ready to give him the money.
Yeah.
He was like, nah. So I put the belt down, walked away. He said, man, look, man, all right, man, I'll do it for you this time. Just don't tell nobody. So I'm like, all right.
And then you told everybody on the podcast.
Yeah, to go to Denver
Just don't tell nobody.
Come on, man. You wouldn't have done that if you was at the EDM festival and they had them fake belts. You would have paid that $75
because
flat.
I don't think that they would have fake belts
That's
over
true.
there.
You only did it because they was black. You wouldn't have did it if they was EDM or if they was gay.
If there was,
Now,
there was
cue up
no
that
Eastern, I
music,
would-
man.
No, they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo NICE.
Ain't nothing nice. You hear me?
Shit, shout out to Bernie Sanders, man. I heard he wants to cancel student loan debt. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what's up. Boys will say anything to get elected, but I feel like this is a good one. I said this a long time ago that Trump, or one of the people who was running for president the last time, should have legalized weed like nationally and say, hey, legalize weed. If they had legalized weed, people would have came out the woodworks to vote for him. Mm-hmm. Same thing, student loan debt. So many people have student loan debt. It's such a great idea. You get onto like a big issue like that, and you get on the side that everybody's kind of like, nobody likes credit card companies. Nobody likes debt. You get people on that side that's like, yeah, look, cancel my student loans. Great idea. Bernie Sanders, you're making smart decisions ahead of your run for the White House in 2020. Another story that I recently heard was that the Texas House of Representatives voted 139-0, and the Senate voted 30-0 to approve the final negotiated version of House Bill 3. For those of y'all who don't know, House Bill 3 includes $6.5 billion to improve public education and pay teachers. Teachers are getting paid. I hollered at my homeboys in A-Leaf. Shout out. This podcast is brought to you by C.A.P, a.k.a. Los, a.k.a. C.A.P. And those boys is getting like $8,000 to $10,000 extra dollars next year.
Whoa,
as
no, I'm not.
Texas
Don't
teachers,
believe,
man.
Don't believe that.
Well, I mean, hey, that's what this podcast is brought to you by C.J. Johnson, because that's what he told me is going down, man.
Don't put that out.
You know, as an educator, a person who's in education, I love it. Teachers deserve more money. The number one determinant of what is going to be good about a school, or what's good, or how good a student is going to do, is the first line of instruction from their classroom teachers. Mm-hmm. You pay classroom teachers more, you get better people in there, education will go up. It's that simple. It's always been that simple. It's not about a principal. It's not about professional development. It's not about the stuff I do. It's about getting the best teachers, the best highly qualified people coming out of college, paying them enough to be competitive with other high-paying jobs to be teachers. There's a lot of stress involved with it. You pay them more, schools will improve. It's that simple. So they're doing great things, man. And I love all of this stuff. So I'm a big fan. And hold up, I think on second thought, fuck all of y'all people. Fuck, because I didn't have student loans, and I'm not a teacher no more. And none of that shit applies to me. So at the end of the day, y'all need to give money back to niggas who nice. Or eliminate credit card debt. Or eliminate mortgage and car payments. Or eliminate the Nike app. And let boys just get all them good J's without having to fight with the bots. Or one other thing that you could do. Maybe pay back strip club money from all the money spent from 2001 to 2008. Because I ain't got nothing nice to say about everybody coming up and getting paid for things that don't apply to me. So I won't say nothing at all.
That's a lot of money from the strip club, huh, boy?
2001 to 2008?
That's a lot of money from the strip club.
Lord.
Ooh,
Lord.
That's funny.
I ain't know, man. I don't like that though, man. Y'all boys trying to, I ain't got no student loans, man.
I ain't mad about it, dog. Especially when it
I
comes
don't
to
teach no more.
Hey, I mean, you above us. You already got your 40 acres in the mule. Let us get out.
Y'all don't.
Let me ask you a serious question. Do you really think that, like, I don't understand. Like, let's say, I know there's some like government money involved in it, but like if you promise to pay somebody back, I don't understand how you can eliminate student loans. It just don't make no sense to me.
Because all of the backing that it did with like backing those big banks who put out all of those things after the stock market crash. Like that is a lot of government money back in those banks, so they could, in essence,
they really could do
forgive
it.
those loans.
They got your Social Security, and all they do is go in the system. So it ain't
like they can't get it a bunch of different ways. It's just student loan, right? It's not like they're like, hey, we're getting rid of all mortgages and all car loans and all.
It's a point to click. All they gotta do is get the people's system and just wipe them all out, and then pay them people that money. It ain't really that hard.
They'll get it on the back end some kind of way. I don't think it's the worst thing. I mean, but if those two things applied to me, boy, I'd be all about it. I'd be hyped right now. But I don't think Bernie.
I still don't see it. Everything that and this is a conversation, for maybe even another time. But like, if we didn't back those banks, what would have happened? You know what I mean? I feel like we had to back the government. Is what I'm saying. Had to back the banks. Like they had to. It sucks. But it was a necessary.
We went back to cashing checks at Walmart or at the cash checking place or at the gas station.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel you though. Like now that
you just walk around with cash all the time.
Now that I'm putting it into words, I do think I wish that the government would have just been like at one point in time, like let's wipe it all.
And then too, at the end of the day,
somebody got to pay.
Really, at the end of the day, those banks really could have recovered themselves. They just didn't want to spend their own money to do it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they had them people wasn't never hurting because the top people at the banks were still making all the money they've been making. They were still getting bonuses, their little annuals. They were getting all their residuals back. The thing about it, they didn't want to spend their own money. That's what big business is about. Not spending your own money to support yourself. Use other people's money to invest and do all those things. That's why they want our money at the banks. So they had the cheese. They just didn't want to do it themselves.
One of the biggest people who got bailed out was the Iberia Bank, which is crazy. Like just like a whole bunch of small banks got bailed out too. There's a lot of stuff going on with that subprime mortgage crisis and everything that was happening with the stock market and things of the last few years. But I mean, it's a lot going on. Hey, before we get out of here, and I want to get out of here relatively soon. But last week we actually didn't give y'all Rumble's question of the week, and he sent it to us. This week I don't want to miss. I would hate to miss again, man. So without further ado, Rumble's question of the week. Here we go.
It's that rough time of the year, but I'm a true sportsman, and my little first love was baseball. So, I don't mind this, but shit is mad slow right now. So I pose to y'all boys, man, the question of the week, because the only thing that's been on my goddamn mind for months, man. What them Saints doing this year, bruh? We got a winning schedule. We're going to have to come with it. What the squad doing this year?
Very to the point question that we love to get into that type of thing. So we're gonna keep it short and sweet because we talk about this all year. But this is, I guess, our first Big Saints question that we've been asked. I'm gonna start with you, Los, and we're gonna get to Raj later because Raj always has the real take from somebody who does a sports podcast all the time. So I bet he got a lot of intricate things. So Los, what's your thoughts, man?
We're going to the Super Bowl and they're gonna cheat us. Because they're not going to let us have two good teams in the same city. They don't want us to shine. You know what I mean? So what's going to happen is we're going to go to the Super Bowl, and by that time, basketball season is going to already be started, and Zion and LaMelo and LeVar going to be on the sideline acting like Drake, and they're going to be like, oh, no, it's going down out there. Because they don't want us to have two good teams in New Orleans, because then they're going to have to give us a baseball team. And that's one thing they really don't want to do. So we're going to Super Bowl. We're going to Super Bowl again. We're going to Super Bowl, and they're going to cheat us again. That's what I'm thinking we're going to do.
It's a very rosy picture of the future, Los.
So we're going to lose in the
Super Bowl. They're going to cheat us.
Okay. So my thing is, last year, Los and I, we've said it many a times on the podcast, before the podcast. We told y'all it was. If we didn't make it to the Super Bowl last year was a disappointment. Yeah. We started week 1. We took that L to the Buccaneers. Mm-hmm. We were all here. We had a bunch of people at the house. It was a great turnout, but it ended up being a shitty day. We thought we was going to run over the Bucs. We ended up losing. Yeah. But then football seasons are usually a lot of times remembered by the end of the season. But last year, a few years before, I remember it by what was happening during the season. We won 10 fucking straight games. We was up 10-1, 11-1. Oh. We was kicking everybody in the mouth for a bunch of weeks. We ended up losing that game to the Cowboys. We ended up going 13-3, number 1 seed in the NFC. Super Bowl go through the dome. The shit happened at the end of the season. It was crazy. But all of that to say, we gonna run that shit back. number one schedule or whatever. Like, we running that back. We got, like, arguably, we have the two young sports, like, maybe you say Bryce Harper is the young baseball, but it's really like the guy in Atlanta, that Acuna kid who plays for Atlanta, who's like in baseball, who's like the young up and start. But I think football and basketball, we got the two young live people in sports, Zion and Kamara. Like, I think we got the livest two young players in sports, and like Kamara's there. Ingram left. That means Kamara gonna get the ball more. We're gonna find out what we're gonna do with Mike Thomas with that loot. I love the fact that Cam took the contract, a little lesser contract, to be with the Saints for his whole career. Like, we about to load up on him, dog. We about to load up on him. I told somebody the other day, and I'm gonna say it on here like in a real whisper, and I'm gonna turn it over to Raj. 16-0 is in play.
Ooh, I like the way you thinking, boss. Yeah.
So I think, and I don't know a whole lot about a whole, all the other teams, but one thing that I like about the Saints is that we pretty much have an impact player, like a Pro Bowl player at every single position. Literally every single position, at least one, if not two, at some positions. And I like the way I think the Saints are very unique in how they built their team, because there's a lot of teams that once they get around to having to pay their quarterback big bucks, the rest of the team starts to suffer. But through a couple of good drafts, some home runs in free agency, after some blunders in free agency, we really have built a team set. You know how like there's like a difference between like a team that's rebuilding and a team that's like win now. Like, we're both. Yeah, both. We're doing both, because eventually we'll have to look at life after Drew Brees. And I think that we are set up perfect for life after Drew Brees. Once Drew Brees leaves, we'll be able to pay Lattimore, we'll be able to pay Davenport, we'll be able to pay all of it, Mike Thomas, everybody. Like, everybody's going to get paid, and we have a cheap quarterback. And I think that we got some guys that's ready to go. Like, we'll be able to sign Teddy Bridgewater or Taysom Hill, whoever emerges,
I don't think Teddy
to like one of those first Drew Brees contracts. So quarterbacks, the good ones, are getting paid like $30 million a year now. But Drew Brees, when he first signed with the Saints, got paid a 6-year, $60 million contract, $10 million a year. So like, I think that we'll be able to give him that type of contract, a very affordable contract, to where we'll be able to round out the roster around him. But for the most part, Rumble asked what we'll do this year. I like the 16-0 being in play. I really like that, and I 100% agree with you. I think we will find some ways to lose some games. But I do, man, I like to say that this is our year. This is the Super Bowl. This is the Super Bowl year. Like, we gotta win it. We bitched and moaned last year, I think justifiably, about what happened in the NFC Championship.
It was bad. It was terrible, dog. It was bad. If you really think about it, it was bad.
Got some shit. Bad. No, it was terrible. It was as bad as you can get. Like, it's gonna go down. It's gonna be one of those NFL TV top 10 blunders of all time. Like, it's gonna be that. It's gonna be number one. So I think that we should have won the Super Bowl last year. I also think that we should have won the Super Bowl year before last. I think that we will win the Super Bowl this year. Barring any type of unforeseen mishap.
And my one caveat with the 16-0 thing, I've been saying it in quiet circles, and people are gonna call me a Saints homer for this. I had one caveat, and my one caveat was if we beat the Texans week 1. And I know that sounds weird, right? But the Saints are that kind of team that if they come out and lose week 1 and don't get started playing really good and have a blunder on national TV, they can start off 3-2, and then they could get hot, or they could start off 2-2 or whatever it is. Like, I think
you gotta come out rolling.
Come out rolling, like Drew Brees and everybody with their hair on fire. Like, and I think we still need one more tweak, maybe in free agency, or picking up maybe we talked a little bit. Raj and I were talking a little bit about Darren Sproles. Maybe just somebody who can I know we picked up another running back recently. I don't remember who it was though. We did get a running back 2 weeks ago.
Another slot threat or tight end. Somebody
Allen.
Was it Javaris Allen?
Buck Allen, yeah.
Yeah. Not him. Somebody else, something else, something that's fire flame spitter. But we do have a number one schedule. But our number one schedule is against, like, the AFC. We playing the Jaguars, the Titans, the Colts, and the Texans. The NFC, we playing the Cowboys because they won their division. We're playing the Bears because they won theirs. And we're playing the Rams because they won theirs. We're playing the NFC South. So we got to play those 6 teams. And I don't remember what other NFC division we're playing. I don't remember it right off the top of my head. But we should be... Oh, yeah, we're playing the NFC West because I think we played Kyler Murray. I'm pretty sure we played the Cardinals, the 49ers, and the Seahawks. I'm pretty sure we're playing them this year. So it's a number one schedule, but none of that really scares me. Everybody should be scared of us. Everybody should be scared of us.
All facts.
What I need in closing for me, what I need from the Saints this year is I need one player to step up. I don't know what player it is, but I need in the Super Bowl year. To me, we don't win that Super Bowl
Darren
we don't win
Sharper.
that Super Bowl without Darren Sharper.
Yeah.
We do not win we don't win a championship. We don't go 14-2 or whatever we went that year without
Put
Darren
him to sleep,
Sharper.
Daddy.
We need that. Bro. I feel like Darren Sharper was giving boys roofie
on the field.
Yeah.
On the field.
He had like a little
that
cologne he was
impact.
spraying in
And
their
I'm
face.
saying from a defensive player, we need that type of player, that type of step up from a player on the defensive
Because
side.
we had
Like,
DeMario Davis though last year,
Marcus.
dog.
Yeah.
DeMario Davis was good. I think he was very good. He didn't make the Pro Bowl though. I need an outstanding. Like I need him to stand out. DeMario Davis didn't make the Pro Bowl. He looked good to me. But I need him to be a shoo-in, all-pro
Okay.
first
I think we good on all
40
front. I
we've
just
been
think
waiting
we
for
have to stay
43.
healthy, dog. We gotta stay healthy more than anything.
I mean, that's football though. That's just football.
we gotta stay
Football,
healthy.
you gotta stay
more
healthy.
than anything, dog.
You know that. You play football. You know that.
Yeah,
If
more than
everybody
anything,
be hurt.
we have to stay healthy. Yeah, but I'm saying we have to be healthy to play.
We've been waiting for 43 to be that dude. So how about 43?
I'm with it. I just need him to step up.
All right. And learn how to tackle. We'll be all right, man.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, we put the Saints talk to the end, so not to alienate people who not on that sports real heavy. But look, once again, we appreciate y'all checking in. Best Friend Weekend. Make sure y'all hop on line, grab a dad hat, man. Grab some BFW merch. We're gonna get some new merch going for y'all. Lo says he's working on Educated Ignorance. I haven't heard anything about it, but one of these days maybe he'll get that together. So yeah, look, all that good stuff, man. Look, we'll be checking back in with you next week. Appreciate you listening up. And we out.
When you gonna play the Raj now?
Real ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga. Big Birkin bad hoe 5-6 figures.
Big
Stripes on my ass, so he call her pussy Tigger. Fucking on a scamming ass rich ass nigga.
Scamming ass rich ass nigga, dog.
Same group of bitches, ain't no adding to the picture. Drop a couple racks, watch this ass get bigger. Drinking on liquor, and I'm looking at you, nigga. If his money right, he could eat it like a Snicker.
Like a
I ain't
Snicker.
got time for you fake assholes
Hey.
talking all loud. Them fake ass clothes,
Yeah.
fake ass shoes, match from fake ass gold.
Hey.
I'm the realest bitch ever to you, snake assholes.
Hey, I bet your little sister wanna look like me. I bet your little brother wanna fuck on me.
He liked that shit.